guys. I have no idea what happened. Okay, let's try this again. As I was sharing with you this morning, I had a conversation with one of my really good friends. I actually met her at a program called Landmark Education, which is an amazing program that if you ever want to do it, it's like a transformational program. It's powerful. Anyway, I was talking to her today, and she was sharing with me some things about her challenges that she's going through with work. Okay, she's a very successful entrepreneur, a very successful woman that is managing a team of people, and she was sharing with me. She's like, Karla, I'm having a hard time leading them. I want to be a better manager. I want to be a better leader, but I just don't really know, what do I need to do, right? And as I was talking to her, I wanted to share this with you because maybe this will serve many of you, that maybe you don't lead it. Actually, all of us lead somebody, whether you lead your children, you lead a dog. Okay, look at Luna, okay? We're all leading somebody, right? And I was sharing with her, I'm like, I feel that a lot of the times what ends up happening is the reason why we have a hard time creating vision for ourselves, or we have a hard time creating goals or even sticking to them, is because we are creating on top of other things. Meaning, for example, if you want to create a picture, you have a canvas, right? And you create a picture, you want to create a picture, you got to get what? A brand new piece of canvas. You cannot draw something beautiful on top of something else. Okay. Otherwise, you could, but it's not going to be the clear vision, AKA your yearly goals, that you could have had you started from nothing. So in Landmark, in this program, by the way, you guys, if you guys ever want to do Landmark, I'm going to tell you it is it is the first thing I ever did when it comes to transformation. It dramatically changed my life. And that's actually where I met her. So I was telling her, I'm like, Karla, do you remember how they used to say the first thing in order for us to have radical transformation, the first thing we have to look at is what is so. What is so? Now, that does not mean you need to accept, okay? That does not mean you need to accept what it is, but you need to come to terms with what is so. For example, if you want to, like in this case with her, right? You want to lead a team of people and you want to create a difference in your team and you want to coach them, we first have to look at where are you at as a leader? Where are you at as a manager, etc.? Because the reality is we cannot lead anyone. Okay, here we go. Listen to this. You cannot lead anybody until you can lead yourself. And a lot of times what ends up happening is a lot of people, and I'm including myself, okay, we struggle with being able to lead others, to tell them what to do, to guide them, because we know that we cannot be trusted. Okay, let me tell you what I mean by that, okay? What I mean by that is because we don't have that confidence and the strength to lead because we don't even trust ourselves. And I was sharing this with her this morning and I was like, I'm not saying that you're not a trustworthy person, okay? I'm not saying that you're a shady person at all. This is not morale here. What I'm talking about is the fact that a lot of the times we don't trust, we don't guide people, and we don't want to share with them our vision, or we don't want to say, hey, you should do X, Y, Z, because deep inside, we know we're not even doing it ourselves, okay? We know that we're not even honoring our own word. So it comes down to number one, you being able to come to terms with your own reality and facing the truth that it is how you're living, what you're not doing, that you should be doing, okay, etc. And when you can honestly tell the truth with yourself, you don't have to blast it, okay, if you don't want to, but if you can tell the truth with yourself, meaning you can sit down, and she's like, okay, Karla, how do I do that? I'm like, well, first you got to look at what matters to you, okay? What is it that really, really is going to make a difference? Good morning. What is it going to make a difference in your leadership? What is going to make a difference with the way you're going to guide your teams? What is going to make a difference with how you're going to show up as a leader, right? And it starts with you, okay? But here's the thing. If you cannot trust yourself deep inside, you're always going to doubt that other people can trust you, okay? Let that sit for a minute. Let me say that again. If you doubt that you can even trust yourself. Meaning, like, you say one thing and you always like doubt that you're going to follow through. You're always going to have doubt that other people can trust you. Now, if you know that what you say, like if you're like, no, Karla, like my word has power. What that means is that you know that what you say, how things are going to go, that's the way they're going to go. And I'm not talking about controlling other people, okay? I'm talking, this is all about you. This is all about you with you, okay? If you say, hey, you know what? I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the morning, okay? And you know that you're going to do it because you said you're going to do it. That is how you gain confidence with yourself. So I was talking to her and she was like, you know, I just feel like I need to have more confidence. And we had a really awesome conversation. And I told her, I said, you know, Karla, by the way, in case you just logged on, her name is also Karla, okay? I'm not talking to myself. I said, you know what, Karla, like one of the things that I have learned is the recipe for confidence, that you can walk in anywhere, anyhow, like you just walk this earth with confidence, is the fact that you know that what you say that you're going to do, you actually are going to do it. That is how you start to build confidence, okay? Is when you know that your word has power. Not with anybody else, but that your word has power with yourself. When you can honestly operate in this world from that space, like what Karla, her name is Karla, okay? What Karla says, even me, okay? What Karla says is what Karla does. And if I say something, I can trust myself to follow through. So I told her, and I'm going to tell you this, okay? And that is that I might have to let you guys go for a second. Actually, hold on a second here. Because this weekend, somebody told me, you know, Karla, on your lives, right when they start to get really good, you're like, okay, I gotta go. So hold on, okay, hold on. Okay, so I told her, I said, number one is if you can really start to look at, okay, here I'm going to tell you guys the same thing. Number one, what is the truth about your life? Like, what is the truth, the way you've been living and operating in this world, okay? And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be digging on this in the 4 elements of your life. This core 4 is going to be like the theme of 2024, okay? 2024, core 4. Anyway, and that is like, what is it? What is the truth of where you are with your body? Like, really, what is the truth? From what's working to what's not working. This weekend, I was at a training, and I completely exposed myself with everything. You know, I've gained weight in 2023, you know, and I was sharing with them how when I got on the scale and I looked at the body fat, I was like, oh my gosh, well, that's not really what I said. I said, oh, holy shit, Karla, right? But here's the thing, only then can we start to shift. Only then can we make change. Because if we're in constant denial, like, no, I'm okay. No, I'm okay. No, but I'm getting older, right? I'm 46. In case you don't know, I am 46 years old. I can't believe it. But anyway, and I start thinking like, no, but I'm 46. This is normal. And I start making all these rational, like, excuses. I'm never going to move because I'm constantly living in a lie. Okay? So, what is the truth about your body? What is working? What is not working? And you got to be honest, like, no kidding, honest with yourself. And only from there can you start to create, okay? I told her, number 2, okay? Start to look at what's working and what's not working in your spirituality, okay? Like, look, see that sun? I had the most beautiful conversation with God this morning, okay? I have this thing called the stack. A lot of you guys have been asking me about it. We'll definitely send you more info. I'm going to be down at Warrior HQ this week. So I'm going to talk to him about like how we can make this available to all of you. But anyway, it is like a digital journal. Would you guys like to know how to have your own stack app on your phone? Right now it's like, I think it's like the coaches, but but you're not. Emma. Anyway, so like I had the most beautiful conversation with God. And I got to tell you, I've always believed in God, but I haven't really had a relationship with him. And inside this app, you guys, like, I literally had a conversation with him. Like, I literally could hear him telling me what he wants me to do. Like, no exaggeration. I was like, and I literally typed it. I'm like, and I have like this way of knowing that this is like his message and then my conversation with him. And I was like, okay, you want me to do that? This is what I need from you. I need you to help me. I need you to guide me. I need you to be with me by my side. I need you to be my business partner this year, 2024, right? So what is the truth? What's up, Luna? What is the truth with your relationship with God? Okay. What's working? What's not working? Then number 3, what is working and what's not working? What is the truth with your relationships in your life? Your significant other, your children, right? Your parents, your siblings, your neighbors, I don't know, whoever matters to you. And I got to tell you something, that when I shared this on stage this weekend, the whole room went like, like they were like, I cannot believe Karla is talking about this. Because here's the thing. I have nothing to hide. Nothing. Zip. Nada. You know why? Because I have no shame in my life. Well, maybe a little bit. But meaning that I am very aware that I am human. And I was sharing with them that part of this weight that I have on, okay, that I gained in 2023, yes, it has to do with my eating habits, but also it has a lot to do with my emotional stuff that I went through in 2023. And I was sharing with them, okay, that in 2023, Sergio and I had a lot of challenges, okay? Came to a point where I was literally thinking like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And he didn't do anything like, we didn't cheat on each other or we haven't disrespected one another or anything like that. There were just a lot of like things that were happening and not happening that we both were not okay with. And I'm sure he probably felt the same way, right? And it wasn't until, okay, I'm gonna stop for a second. It wasn't until him and I had a very serious conversation that he said this, okay? He said, why don't you work on you? I work on me, and we'll see where this goes. And I was like, okay, sounds good to me. Because the truth is, I wanted to change him. I wanted him to be different. And I'm sure he wanted to change and make me different. I don't know, okay? But I can't speak for him. But I wanted him to change. I wanted him to be different. And the truth is, I wasn't looking at all the beautiful qualities that he has. Okay, Sergio is such an amazing man. Like, I gotta tell you guys, okay? I gotta tell you this, okay? Ladies, it's such a beautiful feeling to know that when I'm with him, I worry about nothing. When I'm with him, I don't worry about anything. Like, okay, like I worry about Sebastian and that's about it, okay? But like he's got us, right? I know that, like, I don't know how to explain it. He is just such a fucking man, okay? He is such a fucking man. And that's why we have had a lot of challenges, because I have not tapped into my feminine energy, right? And I've been like tapping into my masculine energy, and no straight man wants to be with another guy. And I was acting like one, right? So look at what's working and what's not working in your relationships. And here's what I learned a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh shit. And they said this, okay? Get ready. Here comes a bomb. Get ready. They said, okay, when you have a hemorrhage in your relationships, your life will bleed. Okay? When you have a hemorrhage in your personal, intimate relationships, your life will bleed. You're welcome. You're welcome for sharing. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. I love when you guys comment on here. And when I heard that, and I truly can say I've seen that happen, okay? I was like, yeah, no wonder. No wonder the fact that I have had such a hard time, okay, in my marriage last year. No wonder I have put on this weight. No wonder I've been feeling the way I've been feeling. No wonder I haven't been as motivated. No wonder. It's all I can say. No wonder. Like, no wonder, okay? And so him and I had a conversation. We sat down. So I told everybody on stage. They were like, and I could tell that they were like, I cannot believe she is exposing herself completely. But here's what I told them. I said, you guys, here's the thing. I am certain I am not the only one who has challenges in their marriage. I am sure I am not the only one who ever thought about, oh my God, do I really want to be married? Maybe I want to get divorced. I am certain I'm not the only one. And everybody started laughing, right? So, number 3, where are you? What's working and what's not working in your relationships? And like, here's the thing, you guys, who do you need to talk to? Right? Like I told you, Sergio and I, we sat down. I said a lot of things to him. He said a lot of things to me. We put it all on the table. And then he said, like, when he told me, he's like, okay, look, you work on you. I work on me, and we'll see where this goes. And I said, okay. And it was like so crazy, because every time I stacked talking to God about my relationship with Sergio, and every time I stacked about, do I want to be in this marriage? Should I be in this marriage? Is this marriage right for me? Etc. The message that I would always get was this: Karla, focus on you. Focus on you. Take care of you. Work on you. Be good with you, and everything else will unfold. Oh, all right. Okay, good. So somebody was there this weekend. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Did you think I went too far? Do you think I shared too much? Somebody was like, man, girl, you got, not literally, okay, but you got naked on stage. You said it all. What do you think, Recuerdos? Do you think I expose myself too much? I don't know. Anyway, so where are you? Okay, so what is the truth about your relationships? And here's the thing: you want to start thinking about who do you need to have conversations with that are impacting your state of mind, like your peace of mind. Who do you need to have conversations with that right, that are like pending? Because here's the thing, you guys. No, you're good. Okay. I'm asking her if it was too much. Anyway, hold on a second before this thing gets turned off. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Because I was getting calls, so I just turned off the thing. Anyway, so you want to think about, okay? Come on, Luna. You want to think about, okay, what relationships, walk, Luna, what relationships do you need to, mend with, okay? So number 4, and last but not least, what's working and what's not working? What is the truth about your business? Your finances, okay? And here's what I'm going to invite you to do, okay? What I did for this warrior week that I did with him was that it was like, let's look at our finances. Open up your checkbook. Open up your checkings account. Open up your savings. Like, where are you? What is the truth? Come on, Luna. What is the truth about your finances? Like, where are you when it comes to your finances? And here's the thing, you guys. I know this is a lot for a lot of people. It's like, man, I don't know. Luna, I don't know, like, where my money goes. I don't have a good control of my finances. Let me tell you something, you guys, okay? That is an area that I need to work on. That is an area that Sergio is like so good at. And it's crazy because before I was married, I used to look at my accounts every single day to see what was coming in, what was coming out. And, when I got married and he took on that role, I stopped, I don't want to say stopped caring, but yeah, I stopped caring, okay? I wasn't worried about it anymore because I was putting it on his hands. So, although you might have a partner like me that's very responsible, I also invite us, including myself, where are you with your business, with your finances? Do you have savings? Do you know where your money is going? Do you know where you're spending things? What is the truth about your finances? Because you guys, okay, money is right up there with oxygen. I don't care what the fuck anybody says. Oh, money's not everything. Okay, the only people that say that are those that don't have it. Okay? The only people that say that are those that don't have it. Why? Because again, it's so easy to tell yourself a lie. Luna, walk. It's so easy to tell yourself a lie that it doesn't matter, to make yourself feel good. All right? Until the mortgage payment or the rent payment comes and you don't have the money to pay it. Now you don't feel so good, right? So it's like, you guys, this is important too. What's working and what's not working with your finances. So I invite all of us, okay, before we set our goals, if you've done your goals already, that's fantastic. But if you haven't, or if you want to, maybe redo your goals, I encourage you to, number one, first tell the truth. Tell the truth where you're at. You must first be willing to face what is so. Otherwise, you're going to be building based on old habits, old beliefs, old focus, and guess what you're going to have? Old results. So if you want things to change, where I'm at with my body as an example, or this is where I'm at with my finances. Okay, and I'm gonna finish with this. I'm almost home. And we did these 3 things, and one of them was, it's not rational. What is it? What was the word? I don't know. Okay, the first goals you're gonna make. Okay, I can't think of it right now. Okay, what's the reasonable? There we go. What's a reasonable goal that you're gonna place in your life? Okay, so if you're writing this down, there's 3 things you're gonna do. Okay, once you see where you're at and you tell the truth about these 4 areas, okay, now in each area, I encourage you to set goals for each area. Don't just set these crazy goals of like one thing. You're not a one-dimensional human being. Okay, so where are you? So what's gonna be your what did I say? Your reasonable goal in this case for your body in 2024. Like if this happens, you're going to be like, okay, that's pretty reasonable, but it's something that you want. Okay. And in all 4 areas, you're going to do this. And then number 2, what is going to be the radical result that you will have in those 4 areas? What is that radical result that you're going to go after in those 4 areas? And then number 3, what is the impossible game that you're going to go after in all those 4 areas? So, number 1, go and tell the truth first. Tell the truth about these 4 areas, okay? Then establish a goal, establish a vision for yourself. And how you're going to do it is you're not just going to do this crazy vision like, I'm going to make $1 million. Come on, listen. If you've never made $1 million, not only is that impossible, it is probably unlikely unless you have like this great, ridiculous plan and people that are going to guide you. So don't set yourself up like that, okay? I know people say set crazy goals. Yeah, set crazy goals from where you're at, okay? So number 1, what is that reasonable goal? Then, what is the radical goal? Like, man, if this happens, that's going to be radical. And then number 3, what is the impossible goal? That like at the end of the year, this happens, you're going to be like, OMG, how did that happen? All right, so I hope that supports you guys, okay? And Marta, if you're watching, I hope that was better. She's like, right when you get good, Karla, you turn it off. I'm like, okay, fine. I just don't want to make these too long, but you guys can always go back and listen to them, right? So, all right. So I encourage you guys to do that. And last but not least, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to encourage each and every one of us. Maybe you don't want to be exposed like I was this weekend, okay? Maybe you don't want to, be public about things about your life, okay? That's fine. You don't have to be. That's just my personality. I don't know. Not always, but I don't know. A couple years ago, I just realized I was telling everybody this weekend. Thank you, Emma. I was telling everybody this weekend. I'm like, one day I woke up and I was like, man, you know that we all lie? You're a liar. I'm a liar. We are all liars. And because we lie, we suffer. Because we lie, we suffer. And what I mean by that is, unless we are willing to face what is so, and unless we're willing to face the truth, we're always going to feel a certain way. Okay? I was telling my girlfriend Karla that when you can tell the truth and you can really face what is so, and you can really come to terms as to where you're at, you're going to find a sense of power. Yeah, you might feel a little bad about yourself. Okay, you might be like, oh my gosh, look at my finances, or oh my gosh, look at my body, or whatever. But, or oh my gosh, whatever. Okay, hold on a second, you guys. Hold on. Okay, I had to pick up her poop. But I have to be a good neighbor. Anyway, so I was telling her, I'm like, when you can like really speak the truth, you're going to have such an immense like sense of power. You're going to feel like, okay, strong. You're going to feel like, okay, you know what? Yeah, this is where I'm at. Now, let's move. But if you're constantly hiding and you're constantly lying, you don't really have a chance to win, because you're wanting to win based on a bunch of lies. You're wanting to change based on a lot of fallacy, a lot of make-believe. So I encourage all of you, and listen, you don't got to go public. You don't have to be, vocal about it if you don't want to. But I do encourage you, right? If you guys want to, let me know. Send me a DM, and I'll be more than happy to send you some like tools to be able to help you do this on your own. I'm kind of thinking this morning after talking to Karla, I'm like, maybe we should do like a webinar or something. Drop me a comment after this, not right now, but if you're watching the replay of this, drop me a comment, say webinar, okay? And I'll make sure when I do one, I'll send you the info, because I think that this might, this is something that we can do as a working team, like to do it together, okay? And be able to, I'll do something like, I don't know, maybe an hour where I can give you guys some principles, some tools, and then you guys can all break out into groups, because there is power in doing it with others. There is power in speaking it out loud. You could do it by yourself at home. You could like sit down and write it out and all that stuff. But the reality is you might get yourself off the hook. You might leave them, the session because your son and your daughter said, "Mommy, I want a snack," and you were interrupted, right? But if you can just sit down and like maybe, I don't know, probably for like 90 minutes, I would probably do something. I don't know. Let me know, okay? Drop me a comment down here if you're watching the replay. If you're watching it live, go back afterwards. I'll put it on there, and just comment the word webinar, and I'll make sure to send you something, because after my conversation with my girlfriend Karla, I was thinking, I want to help her. That's what's so beautiful about having friends with experiences, right? If I want to get a loan, she does like credit card loans or something like that. If I want to do that, I would probably call her to ask her questions, right? That's what's so beautiful about having social, that's what's called social capital, right? So anyway, I was thinking about that. I'm like, we need to do that, because at the end of the day, you guys, you can do it by yourself, but there's power in doing it together. So I just got that idea right now when I was walking. I'm like, I should do a webinar. Anyways, all right, guys, have a blessed Monday. I hope that you found value. If you did, I'm going to encourage you to share it with somebody, send it to someone, say, hey, check this out, because I feel that a lot of us, we need to share knowledge. Okay, we need to share knowledge. We need to help one another, because the stronger your circle of influence gets, guess what? The stronger your life will be. All right, so share this with somebody, leave a comment below, and we will talk to you tomorrow.